My name is Juan. I'm 30 years old. I live in Palm Bay, Florida, and this is Financial Audit.
From Florida. Thank you for coming on over.
Yes.
I appreciate that. 30 years old there. What do you do for a living?
I work in growth, which is a mix of product management with marketing and data.
What's your position called?
Well, right now it's called growth strategist.
Okay.
But yeah, I just signed a new contract at a different company. So
For doing what?
it's going to be senior growth lead.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
This sounds like some...
It's getting there.
What are you making now and what are you going to make at your new role?
Right now, 110 grand a year.
Very nice.
And the new contract is for 135.
Nice. When do you start the new one?
2 weeks.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's very exciting. You excited?
Yes, super.
Good. All right. So from your perspective, kind of jumping into your finances before we actually take a look at it, I want to know how you would self-describe your financial situation and what you would rate yourself 1 out of 10 or 0 out of 10.
I guess right now, I would say I'm at a 2.
Okay, you make a lot of money, but okay.
Yeah, I haven't always, and we'll get to that probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say maybe even just 1 year ago, I was at a 0. So, and I'll just...
So what is it? Well, where did you come from and what is it now? Like, what's up?
Right, so I'm not from the U.S. I moved here 3 years ago under a really weird and rough situation immigration-wise with my wife.
Oh.
And basically, I've been here for 3 years, but the first year and 11 months or so, I didn't have a work permit. So I would say my situation is 50% life-changing events, 30% stupidity, and 20% just ignorance about the system and how everything works.
Fair enough. So what country did you come from?
I'm from Venezuela, but I've lived for the past 13 years in now 4 countries, just moving around, trying to get like a work visa and stuff is pretty difficult.
Primary goal here or?
Primary here, yeah.
Okay.
Now it's permanent, hopefully.
Very good. Well, what's your current status?
I'm in the process of an asylum seeking process with my wife.
Okay.
She's the primary applicant.
Very good. Where's she from?
Venezuela as well.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
So were you fleeing anything specifically? Like, I know Venezuela's a mess right now, but...
Yeah, so that's a sensitive topic, but basically my wife's family under threats because of owning land and the government and militia and drugs and trying to get as much as they can from productive lands. And because it's so close to the border with Colombia as well, like there's a lot of smuggling and militia and guerrilla from Colombia. It's a pretty tough situation, basically.
Did y'all flee?
So my now wife, at the time girlfriend, we were living in Colombia, and basically when she got here, they saw her as a profile, like Venezuelan, living in Colombia, coming here to the U.S. seems to fit a specific profile of people that just come here as a tourist and then just stay forever. When the reality is that we were just visiting for the holidays and she was going to come back because I had...
You guys have family here or something?
Yeah, her family was here. But she was living with me in Medellin, in Colombia, and we were planning on getting married there in Colombia and just have a life there. But they said, you can't come into the U.S. We got to return you to Venezuela. And she's like, no, I can't go to Venezuela. And let's just say, long story short, that whole process lasted at least a month and a half until she basically had to stay here and request an asylum. And I was in Colombia and I said, okay, I'll just go there. And we got married, processed the application. Administrative errors or / potential negligence from our lawyer, maybe. Not saying that was the case, just a lot of assumptions go in hand, but my work permit got denied the first time, so I had to do another application process and just understand that all of this is also money.
Yes.
A lot of money. So
how much in total
so
you think?
far, the past 3 years, we've spent at least 19 grand just in legal stuff.
Now, where'd you go to school? What you graduated in? Because, I mean, you've landed a great position. You're landing in an even better position.
Yeah, it's so when I first left Venezuela when I was 18 years old, I got a scholarship and I moved to London, UK. But that was only for tuition, not living expenses.
Sure.
And because Venezuela at the time, and it still does, but they have currency exchange. So basically, if you want to purchase US dollars or any other currency outside of Venezuela, you need to go through the government, through an application process to actually be able to buy.
Isn't there like a super big loophole there, though, where...
There was. My parents being the very honest people, they didn't take advantage of that, of course.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but I mean, I think, good karma comes around, I think. So basically, got a scholarship, couldn't afford really to live there. So I worked and studied, graduated in 3 years instead of 4 to save up 1 year of living expenses. Graduated with honors or whatever, but 1 week after graduation, the UK government said, hey, awesome, you gotta go. So went back to Venezuela. Things got even worse. I was working there, teaching English classes, working project management in IT stuff, whatever. But then things got really messy in 2014 when there was a lot of revolts. I participated in some of them. It got nasty, and I applied to get a scholarship to do a master's degree. And that's how I first came to the U.S. in 2014 to do a master's degree. First year studied, second year worked with a work permit associated to my graduation, my program. Then I didn't get an H-1B visa, which was the typical process. I had to leave again, couldn't go to Venezuela, so reached out to my network, moved to Colombia, and was able to work there and grow professionally there for 3 years. Love Colombia, neighbor country, love the place. And that's where I mostly grew my career.
Damn, such a pain in the whole thing. Jeez.
Yes.
Well, welcome to America. Yeehaw!
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's look at that monies then, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. I need to fully confess that I did not look too far into your finances beforehand.
Good.
But I just see so many credit cards and stuff. Okay. Either way, we can start with Bank of America. Is this your primary checking? Advantage plus banking?
Yeah, I would say primary together with my co-primary with Discover checkings account.
Okay. Co-primary, interesting. Beginning balance of $189, and we're ending with $39.79.
Yeah, I use it for automatic payments, basically.
So this is for automatic payments, yet we're ending at $40. Isn't that's risky?
Yeah,
automatic payments.
So with my current job, they only allow me to do direct deposit changes every cycle, so every 2 weeks. So it was a pain in the butt to actually try and put enough money for every paycheck to go to this account for the automatic payments.
The money that came in was Zelle from yourself. $900. That's what came in.
Oh yeah. So that was during that period that I was moving things around, but that should come from the Discover card, the Discover account.
All right. And yeah, we did an auto pay, Chase credit card auto pay, another $900, I think, card payment, and then Premier Life.
That's life insurance.
Yeah, okay. $70.
Yeah, what
kind of life insurance?
35-year term with a rider every year.
Okay.
Funny thing is, when I first got here, I couldn't get health insurance, and COVID hit, and it was the first time in my life I didn't have health insurance, and the pandemic happens.
Yeah.
So I figured, well, if I die, at least my wife gets something, so I got a life insurance.
That'd have been a bad time for you to get sick, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're alive.
Me too.
Congratulations. Let us see. Well, you sent some of your wife's stuff.
Yeah.
I guess it is the full picture, which is good.
Yeah, so we shared finances. She lost her job mid-February, so basically she gave a 2-week notice. And within those 2 weeks, she had a paid vacation week, and we were counting on that money. And they basically told her not to come for those 2 weeks, and they never paid that vacation. So that little bit disaligned our finances.
Well, I don't know what the point of this is. Commune checking, $50 went in. That was the only thing that ever happened, and there was a total of $50 in there.
And that account, yeah. So that's an account from Neobank that I'm reviewing for a video that I'm doing that I did basically, and I did the same with another one. So I just sent money to activate those cards to test them out.
What's your other checking? What would it be called?
The Discover one.
Discover, that's what we're looking for? Discover?
That's yeah.
Oh, it's through a spreadsheet. Oh,
No, it should be a PDF as well, right?
I don't see the PDF, but from a breakdown we did, what I can see with your checking, yeah, I can't view it on the iPad because it's not a PDF. But you did do large purchases of Best Buy at $476.
Yes.
Zallion payments, this must be, is Amanda your wife?
Yes.
$1,000. Why are you selling her
Yes.
$1,000?
So the reason why she quit / lost her job is because she's dedicating right now to study to become a dental hygienist.
Yeah.
And basically we had been saving up in one of the other accounts that you'll see some money. And I figured I would send to her to pay for like the exam, some stuff that were like $950.
Because that checking account we just had was like, it was like nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
But in this one, we had 4,545 payroll come in, but left 5,656.
Makes sense.
You gave your wife $1,000. You had an Amex payment of $1,450. You had large purchases like Best Buy, $476. Car payments, $366.
The Best Buy payment, that was a card payment because I have a card, a card with Best Buy. So it was a payment to the card. Yeah.
Great. All right. Wish I could see in more detail what that is here, but it's in an XLS format and can't get it on my iPad. Okay. Well, I think I saw one more little savings thing that we'll look at before anything
current.
happens.
And that was the current. So everything that was in there left in any case.
What? So this doesn't exist? Oh yeah, you have $1 in there.
Yeah.
Why are we putting money in and out of our savings? Why are we taking it in and out?
Yeah, the idea was that my wife wanted to separate the money that was dedicated for her studies first, and then when it was time to pay things, that we would take it from there.
Okay, so that's what that's from, is to her studies. Okay.
Yeah, and
okay,
then
that's fine.
also realizing all of this, that we had money stationed there, and then I saw like balance on some cards. I said, you know what? I'd rather pay the cards now, and once it's time to
It's
actually,
still good to have a little base, though, especially since you have that more risky situation of, immigration and everything, isn't it? Like, if we have all these debts and we need to make minimum monthly payments, doesn't it make sense to have a little extra on the side? So what do you have on the side? Is there nothing?
Right now, at this moment, that is not there, obviously, because of the times. Right now, I have $400 there.
All right.
That's 15% of the paycheck that's coming now, direct deposit there.
What's in your retirement? What's in her retirement?
She doesn't have, she's never been offered 401k through her jobs or anything. I have 401k that I've only been able to qualify for since last year. I have $5,500.
Okay, you're definitely behind for your age, but I'm glad within just the last year we've done that.
Yeah, it's 4% match, and yeah.
Well, I guess we just go down the debts one by one, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
We have a PayPal credit.
That's a credit card, yes.
Yeah, I see the transactions, and I don't have...
Do you not have the PDF?
Well, let's see if I have a PDF too. Because this is a CSV. Okay, yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, so you pay off the PayPal credit.
Yeah. Now I only have 2 credit cards with a balance right now. So I had multiple credit cards with balance.
So you've been paying it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I have no savings though.
Okay, gotcha. Canva, Calendly. You pay for Calendly. You pay for Zoom. Why is this not covered through work?
I was doing freelance. I was doing freelance gigs and paid that on the side.
And YouTube Premium and Office Depot and AMC. Why are we AMC?
It was for a video.
Nothing AMC is ever worth anything more than a cent. AMC is the worst movie theater chain that's ever existed. vidIQ, $24. WeWork, $63. We're trying to get out of debt, mind you. Bluehost.com. PayPal purchase for Canva. We've done that twice now. And Calendly, twice Calendly in this month. So I'm glad you've paid this off, but when did you pay this off? Because guess what? Total interest paid in 2023 so far, we're only a few months in, $73.30.
Yeah. I paid that off maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay. I don't think you're a credit card person, dude.
Probably. And I don't want to be. I brought them if you want to cut them on purpose.
Cut them. It makes no sense. Stop spending. Well, you're spending on it, so I don't know how done we really are. We're spending on it.
So the PayPal one I'm using for like business expense and stuff, like just to have it separate.
Have a business checking account.
Yeah, I want to create a business to get a checking account.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Bank of America balance. All right. Well, at least you're not spending on it, and at least it looks like it's in an interest-free period.
Yeah. So they finish the interest period, one of them in November and one of them in December or January next year. So there are two of them.
Okay, they're both interest-free. Good.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they're good, but
They weren't.
thank goodness.
They weren't for a while.
Interest-free. Well, we have a minimum monthly payment of $41, but you made a $250 payment, so a little better, you know. Yeah, that's a lot of debt. So all this credit card debt you're accumulating, trying to get through this whole process and everything, and also I assume, there's probably some bullshit spending, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So on those two particular cards, I transferred balance to them because it was a mess. I had it across many different credit cards, stuff like that. So I just tried to consolidate it on those two cards. I could have already paid everything off, but we did get like a church wedding last year that cost us,
How much?
$15,000.
Why? Just go to the courthouse.
We were
Who
already
gives a
married.
single then why extra? If you were already married, are we doing that?
It was like the Catholic church wedding type of thing.
Congratulations. Do it in a few years when you're out of debt. What? You were already married. There was no point of doing it.
Yeah, it was an emotional decision, not logical, for sure.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that was all caveman brain. That was nothing else.
I agree.
What is this current thing?
Current is the savings, or where I'm putting like the $400.
Oh, that's right. We already talked about that.
Which is now...
Didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. We already talked about that. Car. Toyota something. Corolla 2020. Let's see, the total balance is $15,000. Death. $15,000 of death. Of minimum monthly payment, looks like $366.43. Yeah?
Yeah.
Death.
And that one's in auto pay with the Discover card.
With your credit card?
There's a Discover checkings account.
Okay. 48 months. So she's a long one, but it's not definitely not the longest we've ever had.
I only realized recently that they gave us 75 months, like the terms, 75 months.
Okay.
Didn't realize it was so long.
And what's the interest rate on this thing?
668.
Okay.
That was December 2020. Yeah, December 2020. So it was high, but my wife had only had literally a social security number for like 3 months, and she was only 1 month into her job. So it was like,
this is a great credit score this is a great car loan for today. So, but still bad. But we want to pay it off because it's above 4%.
Yeah, and we figured we wanted to like refinance or something, which I figured it was a thing like a few months later. But my credit score at that point was like really bad, and we had to get a cosigner for it.
Yeah, no, not at this point. Then we have is this a different Bank of America credit card?
Yes.
We have two Bank of Americas.
Yes.
Why?
Credit cards. One of them I got when I started working as a student during my master's, and that was whatever, like I would pay it off every month. But then when I left to Colombia, I figured that it was going to be hard to get a job the first few months, like visa expenses or whatever. So I got a travel card, which is no longer a travel card, changed the type of credit card that it is now. Mm-hmm. But those two were basically the ones receiving all the punches.
Why are we making purchases on here? You put $250 towards it. Good. That's more than the minimum monthly payment. Why are we making $40 of purchases? And by the way, there was a little bit of interest, so it's not fully interest free.
Yeah, so there should be like, it says interest ref, which is refund. Basically, I had put this card literally in a box in my closet, and apparently, and that was in August, but in October, they started like with a Walmart subscription, something like that, so I had to call the bank.
Walmart subscription, and what is this Prime? $25.
Where?
Amazon Prime right there.
In that card?
Yeah. $25.
That shouldn't be there.
Well, it's there.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize. I hadn't touched those cards in a while, so I didn't know that was there. Thank you.
Best Buy credit card. What are we doing? $489 of purchases on a Best Buy credit card when we're trying to get out of debt. Yes, guess what? You have paid off this card. Congratulations. That's good. But why are we making new purchases on this when we're trying to get out of stupid debt? Let's see where it went. Wawa, is that gas?
Yes.
Okay, good with that. Best Buy, $320.
Refunded.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, so I thought I was going to do like some other stuff, and then I regretted it. And
So you're just using this for gas?
yeah, it's 3% cash back on gas. So I figured if I have it, again, getting it in the first place was stupid.
I don't know. I think you should more use like Fizz, the card that I recommend, which is a debit card, helps build credit score. But because I don't know, you're in debt, but you are starting to pay. I don't know. It's a risky situation you having a credit card.
Yeah, that's why I came here. I really wanted to see like how to handle it because everything seems tricky. Like I don't know what I should be moving where. Or it's weird.
American Gold card.
American Express.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my catch-all.
Catch-all of you paid off last month's balance, but then we did $900 of purchases.
Yeah, I mean I keep paying every month like the balance statement.
Okay.
No interest so far, which is great. In a year and a half that I have it,
Paying for parking, Cafe Milano, Chipotle,
a lot of
Uber, Squid Lives, Burger King, Five Guys, Apple Pay for some brew thing. We are getting some gas here, but a cigar shop? A cigar shop again? Hilton?
Oh, the Hilton. So I got that paid back. I helped my in-laws move from Florida to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
The Placery, Palacery. And yes, I do see that Hilton. Hyatt Place, that better have been paid back as well.
Yeah.
United Airlines, that better have been paid back as well. Apple Pay for some waffles. United Airlines. Insurance. Okay. That's Flora Taco. Probably don't need that. Notorious Poke. Little Madrid. Some restaurant. AT&T Rigo. Why is it $249 AT&T?
It got to a 380. So I have a family plan, and I'm the one paying for it. But starting this month, I started getting paid. So my mother-in-law paid for a few things for my wedding, and I said like I would pay back by paying their bill on the phone.
But you shouldn't have even done the stupid wedding right now. Trying to get out of debt. Imagine if you used that $15,000 for your $15,000 stupid car. You wouldn't have a car debt. You didn't do the ceremony that you didn't need to do right now because you're already married anyway. And Chipotle and La Crepes France and Winter Park and Chipotle. And yes, we're getting gas. You fill for a lot of gas. And a little bit of grocery stores here, but then cigar shop and Uber Eats. Something $50 from the pharmacy. I don't know. That seems, I don't know.
That's weird.
Crepe de la France.
Sunday brunch.
Yeah, no. IHOP, Sunday breakfast. Sports clips. Just take a pair of scissors. Chop, chop. B-dubs. Come on. Pretty expensive for what you need. La Crepe.
So
we're obsessed.
My wife and I used to live in Miami, which was extremely expensive, and we moved to Palm Bay. And the only thing that we can actually do there to not go crazy is eat. Basically.
No, congratulations. No, f you. No, absolutely not. Yeah, eat, cook, and then eat. Take it to a park, then eat. You're trying to get out of debt. We are not doing Uber Eats. We're not doing Chick-fil-A. We're not doing La Crêpe de France. We're just not. It doesn't make sense. More United Airlines. What is this? This is Amanda's card? Looks like? Or is this Amanda's portion of the card? Either way, more Apple bills, more restaurants, Thunderbird something.
Yeah, the Apple Pay though, those are the Apple bills.
Testing fees, that's the school?
Yeah. So on the Apple subscriptions are also like apps that ask her questions for the exams. So she's like taking as much as she can. She tried several, canceled them, but then looking for the ones that have like the best questions to prepare her.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing 2 years of schooling in 3 months. It's intense.
Okay. Hopefully she does well. Wife, Amazon. Why is it all separate, by the way? How combined are your finances, or are they all separate?
What do you mean all separate?
You're like, here's the wife's account for this, here's my account for this, blah blah blah.
So I don't want to add her to like any of my credit cards just because like the amount of balance in some of them, stuff like that. We are together in the American Express.
But are you guys together and paying them off, combined income and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Combined income for paying for school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything combined, yeah.
Oh, we paid off this card because, again, it's not the one we're holding balances on, the two we're holding balances on, but we did make $88 of purchases, and, you know, just the last card was purchases. Here's Amazon. I doubt you needed them.
Yeah.
You just buy crap you don't need on there, and we're trying to, again, get out of debt. I highly doubt this was all necessary. Was this an American Express transaction? Did we already go through that?
Which one?
American Express? Is this another?
I think
No,
that's
we
the
didn't.
one with the crab de France, the eating out.
Okay. Bank of America credit card now. $29 of purchases. Spotify, Netflix, renters insurance, that's fair. SunPass, I don't know what that is.
That's a tolls thingy for the car.
Spotify, Netflix. You don't need to be doing those now, my dude. Oh, and then for your... Oh, no, here's the American Express we haven't looked at.
Okay.
Two, because I haven't looked at this one.
It's one. Oh, so there's a PDF and like a CSV, like a 2 files, but it's the same account, the same card.
What, the Amex Gold is the exact same
Yeah.
as this? You said there's 2 PDFs. Okay. Yep. Okay. Whatever. Yep. It is the same. Okay.
Probably duplicated. My bad.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Okay. Some card. K Jewelers.
Okay. Yeah, that was probably the stupidest card that I could have gotten.
Well, you didn't even fully pay off the balance.
I did. So they have 12
did?
months financing for free, like 0 interest.
What'd you do? What'd you buy? Let me guess. A ring?
So 2 years ago, the engagement ring. A year ago, the wedding bands. Yeah.
Upstart looks like you're done.
Sorry, what?
Are you done with Upstart?
No.
Personal loan?
No.
Oh.
So
Oh, that's your payment.
yeah. Yeah, that's a 3-year loan. When I had more credit card debt, I figured the credit cards had much higher interest, and I figured I'll just get the loan, pay them off, and try to pay the least amount of interest.
$750 minimum monthly payment. $780, 55 cents.
Yeah.
Dude. Naughty. What is the interest on this crap?
So it technically says 7-point-something%,
Yeah,
but they take a commission, so really it's like 11%.
Death.
Like
Outstanding principal, $15,000 is still left.
Yeah.
Death.
2 years more.
Yeah, you just started the second year.
Yeah.
So this is insane. Just on the Amex itself, you spent $900 on on food. Food specifically, going out to eat, plus another $150 on cigar shops, $125 on Hooters.
Yes. Stupid spending.
Why are we doing stupid spending if we're trying to get out of this crap? You make good money, but you are making progress, but you're not making progress the way you should.
Yeah.
As fast as you should. Because you don't have an emergency fund.
Nope.
Trying to cash flow school, and we're not getting out of this debt. We're just losing all this interest crap.
So I started grabbing freelance gigs. So I'm about to finish one, and that's an extra $2,000 that I'm gonna get.
Very good. How frequently will you be doing those with those kind of values?
So the first one will always be the biggest one. So now this one was $2,000. Probably I'll get maybe $1,200 more per month that I'll be able to make. The problem is that it really burned me out.
I don't give a shit. Are you setting money aside for taxes?
For that, I haven't yet received the first payment, so I haven't
Just
yet.
make sure
But that's a good point.
30% aside for taxes since you're making
Yeah, that's a good point.
$135,000 a year. Now, of course, I get if you're burning out, but you don't get the burnout until your debt burns out because you're a big boy.
I got severely.
You'll suffer, and that's okay.
I got like really burned out.
What do you
Like
mean?
I couldn't get out of bed, so I had to like get.
Are you seeking mental health?
Not at the moment. I have in the past.
You should. You should.
Yeah.
And if you actually get to the point where you can't operate, of course, that's something different. Most people, when they say burn out, they're just bull.
But I was doing my full-time job. I was training an hour and a half per day. I was doing the freelance gig. I was doing like my business stuff, which is a YouTube channel stuff that really.
How many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
About 300 now.
Are you making money? No.
Well, I got this freelance gig through a company that I reviewed in the YouTube channel.
Really?
So I mean, it's
That's cool.
related.
It's linked
related.
in the description below.
Oh, thank you. It's in Spanish though.
If you speak Spanish, or like the sound of Spanish, it's there.
So I mean, I can definitely get more of this work freelance gig. Now with the new job, obviously I'll need to balance it out because I don't know what to expect from the new job, like working hours, stuff like that, like amount of load. But I'm definitely open to continue grinding out the freelance gigs.
So your post-tax contribution and everything like that in your new job is probably going to be like, right now it's 4,545.
The what, sorry?
Right now it's 5,545.
What is that number, sorry?
That is what's hitting your account for your pay.
60-60.
Huh?
Right now I'm getting per month 60-60.
Post taxes and contribution?
Yeah. Per month, yeah.
Okay, interesting. I must have received a wrong number. So it's going to be what, like 7,100, 7,200
After with a new job, probably around that. Yeah, makes sense.
Call it 7,100.
Take
just
home.
Be extra safe. Let's build you a budget because it's time to clean this shit up, dude.
Yeah.
And we're not going out to brunch anymore. You just find new things. Pack a picnic. It's weather in Florida is relatively nice compared to the United States. Rest of the United States.
What, sorry?
The weather in Florida is relatively nice compared to the rest of the United States.
Yes.
Pack something. Go to a park. Go to the beach. And eat that. What is your rent? Or what? Well, she doesn't make money, so yeah. What's the rent?
Yeah. Including everything except electricity is $2,050.
Yeah. All right.
A 2-bedroom.
And electricity?
$100 a month.
Internet? Was that included?
It's already included. Yeah.
Renter's insurance?
$14.
I'll include that within rent.
Yeah.
Debts.
Yeah.
Minimum monthly debt payments, dude. Death is $1,236.78. Just minimum. Yeah?
Yeah. Does it have the K jeweler? Because it's like 90.
You said you paid that off.
Not yet. It's 12 months, so it's still not over. It's $91 a month.
Debt is now $1,332.78. Woo. Well, you are two people. I'm going to give you $500 a month for groceries.
Yeah, that would be more than enough.
More than enough. In fact, since you said that, I'm giving you $400 a month for groceries.
Yeah.
And toilet paper, all the good stuff, hygiene, all that crap, $100 for both of you. Anything else? Car insurance.
Car is $200. Car insurance is $200.
And she's on your health insurance?
Yes.
Okay, and that's taken out before you got the check?
Yeah, that's already, yeah.
What are you contributing to your 401k?
So with the current job, 4% because they do 4% match.
That's fine. 100% return. Okay,
The new one is weird because they say match up to 3% and then half a percentage for any additional point that I contribute.
Don't do that yet. Just take the 100% match.
So they're just a 3%?
Well, I mean, the other ones.
Because I do like 5%, they'll basically match 4%. So it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I would do the full 5 actually. Because even a 50% return on the last 2%, still good. Still better than your worst interest. So I would take the full thing. Then we're getting like $7,100 a month. Okay, minimum monthly payments. We talked about rent, electricity, debt, groceries, toilet paper, car insurance.
The problem with the
Anything
minimum...
else? What's your phone and her phone?
110. Just because you gotta... No, actually, no, that's wrong. That's 40, that's $90. Sorry. On phones.
2 people?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
So with the minimum monthly payments, like if I just do that in November, then I'll still have a bunch of balance left when the promotional period ends. So I'm just hoping to keep putting on. Like so far, I've been putting 250.
Well, that's fine, but I'm just going through your budget. What else do you have that you're required to pay for on a monthly basis?
Car.
Gas. What about gas? You're spending a lot of money on gas there.
So that just stopped because my wife is no longer working and she had to drive like an hour twice. An hour.
What do you think gas is going to be on a monthly basis? What will you budget for?
Tops 120.
Okay. Anything else that you're required to pay for on a monthly basis?
So with the PayPal card, that one's gonna be at least $90.
But that's paid off.
Right, but I have the subscriptions there that I use for the freelance gig in the YouTube channel. So without a specific tool, it's gonna be $90 a month.
Okay, so subscription's $90 a month. Okay.
But there's one tool that I use depending on the freelance gig that is $99 additional. So probably around $200 a month if I'm real.
Subscriptions, $200.
Yeah.
Cool. So in order for you to survive, $4,557 a month is what's necessary. Also known as your needs category, also known as for your new job, still 64% of your post-tax. So your needs category is absolutely ballooned. Get rid of those minimum debt payments, and it's in a much healthier place. But even with your current job, what are you bringing in? What hits your account on a monthly basis?
What, sorry?
What hits your account on a monthly basis right now?
The current job?
Yeah.
60-60.
Oh, 60-60?
Yeah.
So 75. So I don't think your new income... No, it's fine, yeah. No, okay. But right now, your needs category is 75%, but then it's going to be like, 62 or whatever that was percent. Still disgusting. Very bad. But if you strictly follow this budget and you actually use it, do you strictly follow a budget?
I have a payment calendar, not a budget.
So you don't budget?
No.
It's time to budget. We're budgeting just like this. I laid out and what we're putting on screen.
Yeah, I tried using some apps. The problem is that they don't connect with a few of my accounts, so I still would need to
use an Excel spreadsheet. That's fine. Or just use cash. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Whatever is best for you to budget. Either way, if you strictly follow that, you have $2,543 left. No more putting a $250 towards this stuff on a monthly basis.
What?
We are putting the full $2,543 plus any bonus money, but we're not even going to think about that right now. We're just going to actually just use this number. Where does this go first? That goes to paying off the Bank of America, the smaller balance of the $3,310. So actually, first what I would do, first month, $2,543, I'm putting aside. Just put that aside just in case anything bad happens.
Okay.
It's just good to have so we can take care of some of the stuff. You can do that for 2 months if you want, because your actual minimum monthly payments in order to survive are $4,557. Sure. So actually for 2 months, I'd say we put that until we have $5,000 in there. So for 2 months we save up, everything else we're doing minimum monthly payments. Then month number 3, we're putting that full $2,543 towards the Bank of America smaller balance of $3,310. Then the first half of month number 4, we're fully paying that one off and putting the rest towards the Bank of America. That's $4,103. Then month number 5, we're paying off the majority of that larger Bank of America, and then whatever we have left, we're paying off in month number 6. Then what's remaining, we are putting towards the Upstart loan.
Yeah.
The Upstart loan, now your minimum monthly payments are a little lower, really nothing crazy, but let's just say you have $2,600 left of the Upstart loan, which will be about $15,000 at that time, maybe a little less, we'll call it $14,000 at that time. Divide that by the $2,600 you have left on a monthly basis. It'll take 5.5 months to pay off. So now we're,
1 year?
Basically a year in. We'll just call it a year. Some wiggle room. Basically a year in, and the 2 credit cards are paid off before interest starts accruing, and the Upstart death loan with the terrible fees and all that extra crap and terrible interest is gone.
Wow.
Now, you have a reliable car. You have a good car. It's up that 7%. If it was closer to 5%, I would think about it. But since it's 7%, we're paying it off as quick as we can. Now that Upstart $780 minimum monthly payment is gone, I see no reason why the car isn't paid off in 4 months.
4 months?
Yeah. Because you just freed up a lot of money from having that Upstart minimum monthly payment gone. 4.5, let's call it. Just go crazy.
Yeah.
You're not spending money on bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you're saving up to do probably about $15,000 to $20,000 in an emergency fund. So we'll call that another 6 months. So we're almost
18 months.
Yeah, we'll call it 2 years.
Yeah.
This is a 2-year, without you going out to eat once, without you doing any fun that costs money. Do free fun. Again, picnicking, going on walks, all this stuff. You do a lot. Any second that isn't working and having those moments in the relationship should be working. Yeah. And she's focusing on school. She's condensing 2 years in 3 months. That's fantastic. So she's just going to do that. but you got to work for the future of the household.
Yeah.
Because then, and only then, after that fully funded emergency fund and paying off all the debt within 2 years, are we starting to contribute minimum 20% of post-tax into retirement, minimum. And then she should be doing the same as the household. And then you guys will be on the right path. You might want to play catch up for a little bit because you are falling behind. So maybe 25% for a bit, drop it down to 20%. And then start talking about getting primary residence. But either way, there's no point of even thinking about that now, because for the next 2 years, you were just grinding. Work those extra jobs. What did we not take into account? You bring in the extra money. You do that, bring it down to 1.5 years until this is fully done. But right now, no matter the absolute pain in the ass was for you to have to deal with, the wife fleeing and all that stuff, regardless of whatever sympathy anyone might feel, which is all justified, it is there, it has happened, and the money has been built up, and now it's time that we have to take care of it so you can have a great future. But what matters most right now, what's most important? The remaining decades of both of your lives?
Yeah.
Or going out to eat?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think, we had a lot of lifestyle creep once I started working, because our first 2 years here were rough, man. Like we first got here with and moved in with her parents who were living here in the U.S. and her uncle and aunt, like 6 people in the house. First month was amazing. Second month's not so great. And then I had to basically rent out a hotel room for a month because it got pretty bad. And I did get help at the time. Then I couldn't pay for help. Then a friend of mine bought me an hour of therapy and stuff like that. And so, okay. But it got really rough. Like I got to a really low point. Mm-hmm. Had some really bad thoughts.
Sure.
And then when we started actually having some money and we started eating out, I think that's definitely our coping mechanism, and but we
can find different paths. Yes. So that's what I want to show.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be going to a specific restaurant.
Yeah,
we can pack lunch, take it to a park.
Yeah,
just go to the beach, all this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of nice natural things you could take advantage of in Florida.
When we left, that was a problem. Like when we left Miami as well, like even though it had all the negative stuff, when we left to save money as well, we were just very lonely. And we have a cousin there, and we see each other maybe once a month or every 2 months, but it got pretty bad. So
have you guys made friends?
Nah.
Okay. What I recommend is There's
sorry, we're moving out. We can't stand the
where are you going?
Orlando.
Will you have friends there? Family?
Yes, family and friends. So the rent is actually pretty much the same. She'll have more opportunities with the new dental hygienist.
Then never mind. I was gonna suggest joining some local groups and stuff like that, but never mind. We're in a good, because that's important. Having a good support group, especially if you go through a struggle situation, that will be the next 1.5 to 2 years, depending on what you do with income. But one thing that everyone should do no matter what, but especially you in this situation, budget in mental health.
Yeah.
Take care of it. It's most important. Everyone should do it no matter the situation. But with where you are, with where your history is, take care of it on a weekly basis. Yeah. And it might be helpful, once a month doing a couple session as well.
Yeah.
Because this is good for couple health.
That's true.
So
I agree.
It's going to be what feels like a long road while you're in it. But the good part that no one ever, we don't talk about enough is after those couple years, dude, you're going to be living a great life. She's going to be bringing in great income. By the way, if she's bringing in great income during those 2 years, that'll also help, after the whole schooling thing. That you could get this down to a year, depending. I mean, it's fantastic. The opportunity you have is so great. But, if you follow the 50-30-20, after playing catch up for a bit, 50% on needs, you can have a nice place with the dual income. 30%, go to those restaurants every day. I don't care. That's awesome if it fits in the budget. Yeah. Do it. I encourage it if it fits in the budget, and that's what you guys do is bonding. I'm all about it. Take your friends. And 20% senior retirement grow so you have security.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the golden years. But it just takes the sacrifice now, and then you get to reap those rewards. Don't put it off. It just elongates. You've already missed the best decade of your life for compound growth. Don't miss the second best decade.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I was just going to say that, with our current immigration situation, it was also very hard for us to actually plan out financially because,
Of course.
you know, we have specific court days and stuff like that, like with immigration, and just the thought of, you know, at any moment, technically, we could just be kicked out of the country.
Yeah.
Literally. Well, not kicked literally, but just deported. So even though we're like in a different financial situation by far from a lot of immigrants,
Yeah.
that is a reality, and it was very scary not to take the opportunity of like, oh, let's go out and eat something like this.
Of course. I get it behind it. And we should prepare in some instances for the realities of that and whatever that looks like. That's not my field. I don't, the immigration system is incredibly complex and I do not have the insights into it necessarily to advise on that. Just when it comes to the future, just because anything can happen doesn't mean we want to be unprepared for the rest of our lives. So, of course, prepare for those situations and then also prepare for this situation. I can only speak on this situation when it comes to the monies. But in a year, 2 years, depending what the income situation looks like, if you really buckle down, you guys can have a great life. And it is so worth it. So worth it on the other side of that terrible hill to climb. I promise it's worth it. Do you have any final thoughts?
Thank you, because I think I was like, at least going in the right direction. Like I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but there's just so much. Sometimes it's just hard to organize everything. So I think just looking at it, like literally in paper, what you're building, I really appreciate it. And I know my wife appreciates it as well.
All right. For Juan, he's clearly come from a lot of just struggle trying to get cemented anywhere. And he's gone into a lot of debt throughout that whole experience. And of course, there's a lot of BS spending that has gone into that debt as well. And there's still some now. But for his Hammer financial score, when it comes to spending within a budget, it's going to be about a 4 out of 10. Definitely not sticking to a budget, but isn't drastically overspending as he is putting more towards his debt than is the minimum monthly payment. So 4 out of 10 for that. 3 out of 10 when it comes to his overall debt. It's not great debt, but he doesn't have any insane interest rates. He doesn't have any payday loans or anything in collections either. So 3 out of 10. Retirement for his age, he's certainly behind, but he does have some there. 2 out of 10. And emergency fund, there's nothing. 0 out of 10. Real estate, I mean, he's not in that world yet. Eventually, hopefully, but 0 out of 10 for now. That comes out to a total Hammer financial score 2 out of 10. Make sure to check out all the resources in the description below, and don't forget to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Thanks.